that is coming from US President Donald Trump. Now, the bigger question is the West Asia war nearing its end? Because US President Donald Trump has now hinted at a possible military wind down, saying that American objectives in Iran are nearly achieved. He also claimed that Iran's military capabilities, including the missile system, Navy, Air Force, they have been degraded as well. Let me take you through what Donald Trump has posted on social media. He's gone on to say that we're getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East with respect to the terrorist regime of Iran. Number one, he says completely degrading Iranian missile capabilities, launchers and everything else pertaining to them, destroying Iran's defense industrial base, eliminating their Navy and Air Force, including anti-aircraft weaponry, never allowing Iran to get even close to the nuclear capability, and always being in a position where the USA can quickly and powerfully react to such a situation should it take place. Fifth point that he has mentioned is protecting at the highest level our Middle Eastern allies. Remember, these are the countries which have been attacked in the last 3 weeks. That includes Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait and others. The Strait of Hormuz, he mentions, will have to be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. The United States does not, if asked, we will help these countries in their efforts as well. But the most important point right here at the very top of the social media post is that he is saying that we are getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in Middle East with respect to Iran. On that, let me go across to my colleague Srinjoy. Srinjoy, he's in fact saying that he's getting very close as far as the objectives as far as attack on Iran are concerned. What does that mean? Does that mean that the war is going to end soon?
First of all, President Trump and the Israelis have said that they have hit Iran about 7,000 times. Now, even though Iran is a large country with 90 million people, 7,000 strikes, concentrated strikes, is a big number. Now, yes, President Trump has said that the war is coming to an end. All the military targets have largely been met. Fine. But Iran hasn't agreed that the war is ending, nor have the Israelis said anything. So we don't know what President Trump means and how. While the war is ending, how will it end? Because wars end usually with a political solution. Is there a political solution just now? Because he has said that we've eliminated the top leadership. So if you eliminated the top leadership, well, there are still some leaders you can talk with. There is still a supreme leader, there is still a president, and so on. But what basis is there to talk? And do we see the beginning of discussions all over again? Are the Iranians going to agree? Are the Israelis going to agree? Yes, he has said so, and it's a very positive thing. But a lot more remains to be done if the war has to end.
Absolutely, because the comment comes even as many of the experts are saying that Donald Trump has started the war, but he does not know how to end it. Thanks so much, Srinjoy, for getting us all those details. We have another breaking update coming in amid the conflict in West Asia. Donald Trump has drawn a red line. He's spoken on ceasefire as well, saying that we can have dialogue, but I do not want to have a ceasefire. Have a look at what he said.
We're calling for a ceasefire in the Middle East and to reopen dialogue.
Well, look, we can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side. They don't have a Navy. They don't have an Air Force. They don't have any equipment. They don't have any spotters. They don't have anti-aircraft. They don't have radar. And their leaders have all been killed at every level. We're not looking to...
So on day 22nd of the war, Donald Trump is saying that he wants a dialogue but not a ceasefire with Iran. So it remains to be seen what Iran has to say on this. With this, a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.